Will Donald Trump go down in history as being the first Jewish American president? It's very possible, considering he has given a new meaning to what being Jewish actually is. Trump slams Chuck Schumer as not Jewish anymore. He's a Palestinian as far as I'm concerned.
And Schumer is a Palestinian as far as I'm concerned. You know, he's become a Palestinian. He used to be Jewish. He's not Jewish anymore. He's a Palestinian. Okay.
No, this is not a skit. This is not AI. This really happened. The current president of the United States of America actually said this. For those of you who may not be familiar, this is Chuck Schumer. He was born in Brooklyn, and he and his family are Jewish. In January 2021, Schumer became the Senate Majority Leader, becoming the first Jewish Senate leader in U.S. history. He has a long history of supporting Israel. In May 2017, Schumer co-sponsored the Israel Anti-Boycott Act, which made it a federal crime punishable by a maximum sentence of 20 years imprisonment for Americans to encourage or participate in boycotts against Israel and Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestinian territories if protesting actions by the Israeli government. But apparently this man is not Jewish enough for Donald Trump. What caused American President Donald Trump to revoke Chuck Schumer's Jewish card? And how did he transform from a Jew into a Palestinian? People are speculating, considering he literally is Jewish and he has a long history of supporting Israel. But people are thinking that maybe it must be because in March 2024, he said Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu was an impediment to peace in the Middle East and called for elections to replace him when the Israel-Hamas war abated. Schumer said the many civilian deaths in Gaza was causing international support for Israel to fall to historic lows. So looking at all the evidence and trying to understand what's going on, this leads me to believe that, according to President Donald Trump, even if somebody has a long history of supporting Israel and literally is ethnically Jewish from a Jewish family, they transform into a Palestinian, which, by the way, there are Palestinian Jews. There are Palestinian Christians. And this term Palestinian should not be used as some sort of an insult. In fact, to do so is very telling. But apparently, if somebody is actually literally Jewish, but they criticize the fact that Israel is responsible for the civilian deaths of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Palestinians in Gaza, then you are no longer Jewish. You have been excommunicated by the American president, Donald Trump. If you want to be Jewish, you cannot criticize the civilian deaths of Palestinians. Therefore, if we are going to see this to its logical end, then it would make sense that if you do support such things, then you would become Jewish. You would transform into a Jew. So this begs the question, has Donald Trump transformed into a Jew himself? Is he the first Jewish president of the United States of America? How many other members of Congress have just transformed into Jews? How many of the American people have now become Jewish? This is historic. But then again, how many Americans and how many people around the world have actually become Palestinian? It's really hard to tell. It seems like Donald Trump is the expert who determines who is Jewish and who is Palestinian. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Donald Trump the first Jewish American president? Is Chuck Schumer the first Jew to transform into a Palestinian? Let me know. Thank you for watching. Allah knows best. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.